If you woke up as a man tomorrow, what is the first thing you would do? Because me personally, I'm stroking it till the sun goes down, until his skin falls off. And then I'm going to go outside and take a walk at night, comfortably, and maybe go to the club and meet a girl, and fuck until the sun comes up.
Do you agree that women belong in the kitchen?
Absolutely not. How else will the rest of the house get cleaned?
Oh no, that's fucked up. I ain't gonna lie, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. You know what this nigga said, bruh? He said like, do you believe women? Okay, let me ask you this question, yeah? So, do you believe women belong in the kitchen?
No.
That's what he said. You know what his response was? How is the rest of the house going to get cleaned? Technically, if you're in the kitchen, you're not cleaning the rest of the house.
You don't have OCD. You have obesity.
Bruh.
Okay, thank you. I didn't know my psychiatrist was on here. Thank you.
Well, I just skip that one.
So many years, I thought that there was something wrong with me. That I was the black sheep and I needed to change my personality. And after a lot of time and consideration, I realized who I was. I'm a piece of shit.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Is a man less of a man if he can't change a flat tire?
Come on, bruh. What the fuck, though? That's some interesting things to say. I ain't gonna lie. That's some interesting things to say. Hey, man, let's continue.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Is a woman less of a woman if she can't cook a meal from scratch?
Maybe she is. Maybe she is. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, so you know what? I got caught blowing smoke in the bathroom. I don't know how. What's good, smoke? You went to the toilet.
What the fuck?
The first time I got away with doing.
I know that that's a skit, technically. In a way. That's definitely a skit, bro. You know what this nigga said, bro? He was like, I got caught doing smoke in the bathroom, yeah? And then Smoke showed up. He's like, what up, Smoke?
Oh.
Did you get it?
I did.
I don't think she get it. But anyways, let's move on.
How does it my fault?
No, because you're identified again. The only reason you got away with doing nothing is because nobody wanted to fill out a complaint on you.
That sounds stupid. How I get away with doing nothing?
understand.
I got away with doing nothing because I did nothing.
No, because you guys did
Cop, it caught the cop, bro. That was bullshit. Why is it like they looking to like catch you on anything, bro? Just put a charger in you, bro. To be honest, the kid is smart. Some kids, bro, will humble the shit out of you. That's one thing, bro. I don't argue with kids, you know? You should do yourself a favor. Don't argue with kids. You know what I'm saying? Kids will say the most outlandish shit ever, bro, and you never see it coming. You never see it coming. So don't argue with kids, bro.
When I look at my life, I realize why I chose the parents I chose. Because we choose our own parents before we come into we reincarnate on earth. You know that?
No.
We do. In the spirit realm, you choose your parents.
So what about all the kids who end up in dustbins? Like, how would they have chosen?
Now that is a complex question, and I do not have an answer.
Shit. You know, that's a risk. That's a problem with the spiritual people, man. That's the problem. That's the problem. That is the problem. You understand?
What you gonna do? Tell me what you gonna do. What we gonna do now?
Finna leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave.
Can't leave.
Why? Give me one reason why I should leave.
Cause I'm pregnant.
My night is completely ruined.
It got slapped. That was creative, though. Yeah, I'm pregnant. Are you gonna leave with my kid now? I'm pregnant. That was quite creative. I would have never thought of that. That is a diabolical lie, bro. That's just a diabolical lie at this point. That is so diabolical, bro. Come on, come on. Let's move on, bro. Let's move on.
I tried going out for dinner with my girlfriend tonight, and because I'm 28 and she's 18, people were calling me a the entire night. It's just so discriminatory, and it completely ruined our 10-year anniversary.
Wait, hold on. 10-year anniversary. He's 28. She's 9. Bro. So she was 10. Is that what they're saying? That it was dating a 10-year-old for fucking 10 years? It definitely a pedophile. I ain't gonna lie, Instagram is going crazy, bro.
If Diddy were to fight an immigrant, would that be Alien versus Predator?
Would it though?
I'm the greatest.
Would it be like... This is just like some funny shit. I ain't gonna lie. Let's just move on from that. I ain't really have to comment on that one. You know what I'm saying? Let's just move on.
On earth. They call me the walking calculator.
81 divided by 9 plus 4
why
minus 2.
Why are you using dividing? Why are you dividing it? Why is it doing divide? Why are you dividing? Why are they dividing?
You are the working calculator.
Well, I'm not working now. I'm just standing here looking at you.
I have gender skin color dysphoria.
Yep.
I am a white lesbian trapped in a black man's body. I'm 6 months.
Let's go back. That was just funny to me, bro. That was some funny shit. That was some funny shit, dog. He said I'm not working, I'm standing now. So I ain't no working calculator if I'm standing now, am I? And funny shit. No, what? Moving on from this shit. Yeah.
I have gender skin color dysphoria.
Yep.
I am a white lesbian trapped in a black man's body. I'm 6 months pregnant and I love my husband, but the LGBTQ community won't accept me.
You know what?
What is something that Americans do?
If I ever get in a situation where, you know, I have to like talk for myself and people are kind of like, you know how big... What the fuck, though? Hold on. If I ever was in this... If I ever was in a situation where I have to talk for myself and I had to like, you know, speak my shit against a gay person or fucking gay community, whatever, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you say that based on how you feel as a man, you know what I'm saying, and you're a woman, but you call yourself a man, or a man calling themselves a woman, and that's based on your feeling from now on. And since childbirth, I've always felt like I'm a god. So from now on, you're gonna say God or sir. God is my fucking pronouns. Cause if you blur the lines, then you open up gates for everyone, not just yourself. Alright? So if you call yourself some shit, I am God. And if you can't respect my shit, I don't fucking respect your shit. That's it. Alright?
That absolutely piss you off.
Football is not called soccer. It's called football. You see a sack on a ball. You see the football, you kick it. You kick the ball. You kick the bumper clock ball. That's why it's called football. You see what Uno call football is not football. That's basically handball because Uno take it up in your hand and you run. You run like bumper clock idiot. It's called fucking football, not bumper clock soccer. Wallace.
Well, no, we ain't fine. But I always say the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence.
What?
Simply because you don't have evidence that something does it.
Like bumper clock idiot. It's called fucking football, not bumper clock soccer. Wallace.
Well, no, we ain't fine. But I always say the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence.
What?
Simply because you don't have evidence that something does exist does not mean that you have evidence that something doesn't exist.
What?
What country you from? What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English in what?
What?
English, motherfucker! Do you speak it?
Yeah.
So you understand the words I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns. But there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
What?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more time.
Oh God, bro, motherfucker is not like his straight name, shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like you should trademark that shit. You know, like, the way he say it, bro. But anyways, man, talking about this, like, yesterday I was having a conversation with my girl, and we're technically talking about, like, just because you don't know that something exists doesn't mean that it won't exist when you deny its existence or you are unaware of its existence. In a way, it's like putting something inside a bottle, and because you don't see it, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's not there. You understand? So she was talking about, this came from like a spiritual question, kind of like talking about, okay, do you think that monkeys are aware of astrology, of the movement of stars? And she was like, they look at them, but I think they don't pay attention to it. And it goes back to, like, you know, when we're talking about religion and this different type of concept and God, and, you know, the question was like, just because you're not aware of something and you necessarily didn't experience it, doesn't necessarily mean that it don't exist. You understand? So not experiencing something doesn't necessarily mean that it doesn't exist. You not knowing it or you denying its existence doesn't mean that it will just disappear just because you don't want to admit the fact that it exists. You understand? It's like being sick and then confusing, like, you kind of like convincing yourself that you're gonna be alright. You understand? And it's like cancer, and you're not getting any sort of treatments. You understand? That is the same thing. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's gonna be like poof and it's gonna be gone. That's not what it means. Alright. So that's the conversation we're having, and I'm glad that we found this video actually. You know what I'm saying?